Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the Los Angeles Lakers lost to the Golden State Warriors tonight at the Chase Center, 128-112, um, in a meaningless basketball game for the most part for our franchise since we've since been eliminated from the play-in tournament, uh, or rather from being a play-in tournament team. We are now just kind of running around and just waiting for the season to end. And that's why you'll see a guy like THT get 40 points on the night. 40 points on 28 shots. He just was relentless at attacking. Just attacking. It seemed like every play was him driving at the rim for some wild layup. Like, it wouldn't fall, but he was constantly aggressive, getting to the line and making them call fouls. Um, Stanley Johnson played a lot tonight. He didn't particularly play well, but he was super active all over the place, but just did not find himself as effective as he would like to be tonight. But I love the effort. Love the effort. Malik Monk was all over the place. He had blocks, shots, dunks, steals, threes. I mean, you really saw Malik Monk do some fantastic things for us tonight. And Austin Reeves got some good playing time out there. Wenyen Gabriel showed us his explosiveness and his ability to use his length very well. I thought he did some great things out there, just being explosive, you know. And I liked Dwight Howard's game tonight as well. We gave him some minutes, and he was really good. Gave us a double-double. Um, it was just good to see the team be out there without the stars, so that they could just get some run. I don't particularly like the outcome. Of course, we didn't win the game, but I felt a lot better about this game than I felt about pretty much any other game that we've played in weeks. And the reason why is because I thought we got better. I really thought some guys on our team got some valuable experience tonight. I thought THT raised his trade value tremendously tonight. Uh, I thought Wenyen Gabriel once again reinforced his ability to help our team going forward. He's a piece we should keep. Uh, Malik Monk once again raised his value up. That's somebody we should try to move heaven and earth to try to keep if possible. And let's just be honest. You gotta feel optimistic about THT's progression going forward when you see a night like tonight. You have to. Even though we hate his contract, even though he's been bad a lot of the season, you can clearly see that there's some Kyle Kuzma in him. And what that means is he sucked because he was in a sucky situation. If you put him in a good situation, you can see him flourish. You give him an opportunity to get 28 shots, he can hit and get 40 points out of the situation. But he has to be given an opportunity to have the ball in his hands. He has to be given rope and enough wiggle room to make mistakes and get better. And I thought that the coach gave him the opportunity to do it, and he took advantage of it. And that's all I've wanted to see all season long. That's all I've wanted to see. And I'm telling you, if the Los Angeles Lakers would have been a lot better about being strategic in regards to making sure that these opportunities were available to the young players throughout the entire season, while simultaneously resting players to keep them healthier, if we would have put more of an emphasis on player development, we would still be playing for something right now. Two things we could have did. We could have did that and, of course, played Dwight Howard the way that we played him tonight, giving ourselves so much more to work with. And I'll tell you something else that is very obvious to me. Russell Westbrook's play took so much from this team. There were so many possessions throughout the season where he missed shots and turned the ball over and things like that with the ball in his hands, to where you could totally see if you just removed him entirely and say put THT in that position to make those same mistakes. Can you imagine how much better THT would have been if we would have just gave him all of Russell's opportunities, like all of them? I'm not saying that we would be in the playoffs right now or whatever, but what I'm saying is you would have gotten so much more out of THT. He'd be so much better player right now if you just didn't have Russell Westbrook controlling the ball in the possessions that he did throughout the season. That's why I'm a firm believer in just young players and player development. Because at the end of the day, even if a young player sucks, he's getting better. He's gonna make a lot of mistakes today, and it's like, okay, it's November, he's bad. December, he's not that great. January, he's starting to pull it together. February, maybe he got hurt. March, he's coming back from injury. April, he's balling out of control, and that's what it is. You have to allow players that progression throughout the season, so that they can find that rhythm, so that they can go through that progression to get as good as they're going to get. And by next season, they got all kinds of experience. They got all kinds of memories of what worked for them and what didn't on the basketball floor. They got muscle memory because they're out there running around with real basketball players in real situations. I mean, you just can't simulate experience. And I think the Lakers failed to give these players experience because they was too busy trying to, keep up with the big three and the politic ball and all the stupid stuff that we were doing this year. And ultimately, what would have helped them with what it is that they were focused on would be to do what it is that I'm saying right here, which is the player development. It would have made the team better. Playing Wayne Ellington at the 3 to start the season, that could have simply been a little quick switch around to where you putting someone else on that floor. Obviously, we didn't have Stanley back then or Winion, but those were the type of mistakes of not having that type of player on the team to start the season. It's the type of mistakes that we made as an organization that ultimately put us in a position to be as bad as we are today. So I guess from where I'm sitting, the best way to describe the situation is improvement. It's improvement. From the start of the season to where we are right now, there is improvement. I know that's not a whole lot of, it's not a whole lot to back that up in terms of success, but what I see is this team that started the season running a bunch of guys that couldn't do nothing for them. And at the end of the season, I see a team with a couple of young players that they're really excited about. And their big three pretty much sitting down, nursing injuries, but not completely all the way out of it to where they need surgery or something in the offseason. That's a win. That is a win in and of itself for our franchise. If we can walk out of this thing without Bron, Westbrook, THT, or AD needing any type of offseason surgery, bam, that's a win. So I felt like the Lakers did a good job in making sure that they gave THT the experience he needed tonight, because I don't want to protect him from experience. You know what I mean? The other guys, they don't need that, but him, he needed it. And I felt like we did an excellent job of just